when I was working there. So anyway, World of Warcraft, sometimes every 2 years, sometimes every 6 months or whatever, they would come out with a new expansion. So anyway, we're there, and we're playing World of Warcraft, and they're coming out with a new expansion, and they're telling you, hey, you can't buy this new expansion. Nope, 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 nope. Only at designated places, and this is Wrath of the Lynch King. Okay. So anyway, we're all wanting the Wrath of the Lynch King, and they're telling us, nope, you can't buy it until a certain date, and you can only buy it at certain places. Well, anyway, Carrollton, Missouri is out in the middle of nowhere, okay? So I would have to drive for a whole hour on the freeway, okay, to get to a city that had a Walmart, because there was no Walmart in Carrollton, Missouri. And Walmart, so anyway, we went to this place called Chillicothe, and they had a Walmart there, and there was a rule that they couldn't release this until like midnight. So at 12 o'clock exactly, they were allowed to start selling these things, okay? These discs, right? So anyway, I had a friend that he used to play too, and I thought, what the hell? And I don't really like driving out in the middle of the country, you know what I mean, all by myself at midnight. So I said, hey, let's go up to Chillicothe, you know what I mean, and we'll go to Walmart and we'll buy the discs, and then we can come back and it'll make it a nice trip, and we're not sitting around by ourselves or whatever. He said, all right. So what we did was we got in the car about 10, and I drove all the way to Chillicothe, and we got there, and it was about 11, maybe 11:05, and we go walking into Walmart, and we said, is there going to be a line here or blah, blah, blah? And he said, yeah, just outside the door right there, there's 2 people there already. You'll be the 3rd and the 4th persons. You can just go ahead and line up right there. And right after midnight, we'll start selling the discs, and it'll go smooth, okay? So I said, sure. So we went and we got in line, and we were standing around bullshitting and talking. And we met this couple, and it was a guy and a girl, and they were all excited about Return of the Lynch King. And they were really excited about, playing WoW. And as it turned out, they were Alliance, but me and my friend, we were Horde, okay? So, but I mean, who cares? Hey, World of Warcraft is World of Warcraft. It's like whether you play RuneScape. Who cares if you play old school or who cares if you play RS3? As long as you're playing RuneScape, hey. And that's how we felt about World of Warcraft back then. As long as you're playing World of Warcraft, hey, we're all on the same team, So anyway, I mean, not really, but kind of, if you know what I mean. So anyway, real life versus in game. In the game, of course, you hate the Alliance, but in real life, it's kind of neat to talk to another person that plays World of Warcraft. So anyway, we're bullshitting and having a good time. And the truth is, his girlfriend was pretty, so what the hell, you know what I mean? That made that hour away nice too, you know what I mean? At least you're talking to a pretty girl, right? So anyway, we waited and finally midnight came. And during that hour, I'm not kidding you, man, people just kept coming and lining up and kept coming and lining up and kept coming and lining up. Next thing you know, you look down there and go, damn, there's like 200, 250 people here in line to get this damn disc, And I'm thinking to myself, man, this is crazy. I've never seen anything like it in my whole life. But anyway, finally the manager comes out and says, okay, so what I want you guys to do is come on in the store, walk all the way down over here, come back around, and that way everybody keeps their place in line, okay? So everybody walks in, and they walk all the way down this aisle, and then they come back around, and they line up. And so he comes up to the cashier and puts a box up there, and it's full of all these discs, and they're going to start selling these discs, And I can't remember for sure. It was like $30, $35, something like that. Anyway, that first couple's there, and the guy, he's standing there, and he's the first one, man. He gets the very first one released in Chillicothe, okay, which is Carroll County, I think. Anyway, in Missouri. So he sells it to the guy, and the guy goes, oh, yeah, I got it. Man, he gets up, and he runs out the door. And I'm going, this guy's crazy. He just ran out, left the girl standing there. So anyway, she pays and gets it, and she takes off, and she runs out the door, too, to catch up with him, okay? So anyway, now it's my turn. So I gave the guy like two $20 bills, and he, did the change and everything, and they gave me my disc, and they gave me my receipt, man, I'm excited as hell, and I can't wait to see what the new expansion is going to be like. And I turn around and take like 2 steps, and I think to myself, I'm not going to run out the door like those guys did. So I said, for the Horde! For the Horde! For the Horde! For the Horde! And there's like 250 people there, and every one of them starts screaming, for the Horde! For the Horde! For the Horde! 250 people! And it's like 10 minutes after midnight in Walmart, and we have 250 people screaming, for the Horde! For the Horde! For the Horde! Even all the Alliance guys are yelling, for the Horde! For the Horde! And it's just mayhem, and it's crazy, and everybody's having such a great time. And they're all cheering and yelling and laughing and screaming, And it was just one of the coolest things I ever saw in my whole life. Anyway, I stood there and I waited, and everybody's still yelling and stuff, and my friend bought his, and we started to go, and a bunch of people started yelling at us, hey, 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 where are you going to go? Where are you going to go? I said, well, hey, we're going back to Carrollton. And they said, no, hey, stick around, man. We'll go down here to Denny's and get something to eat and bullshit. And must have been 30 people that ended up coming down to Denny's and having something. We all kind of sat with our tables in a big, area there, and we're all laughing and met all these new people, and it was really cool. And we got to meet a whole bunch of people, got a bunch of them to join our clan, and it was really neat knowing people, and they lived right there close to you, and you could have like a barbecue and invite 10 or 12 people over that played World of Warcraft with you, and it was just a lot of fun, So anyway,